hard to record. You go crazy. You hard to record once you get going. You hard to record you when you get going. So crazy. So I've been wanting to make a video of the community garden that I'm a part of. I just wanted to show you a little bit of how I get to my garden. So it's really neat. It's all these different plots, and everybody has a little piece of land, and we are gonna go to my garden. And one thing I really wanted to show off is my new door. My dad and my uncle Gordon built me this beautiful new door. I have a lock, and I'm really excited to show you guys my garden. Pardon me while I unlock this. Set me down real quick. So I have been really into Roots and Refuge Farm and also Living Traditions Homestead, and that is my inspiration to show you my garden. These are eggplants that I thought were going to die because of the Colorado potato beetle, and they're doing great. Here are some orange sweet tomatoes. They're really struggling. So is this one, also because of the Colorado potato beetles. But one that's doing really good is this tomato plant. It's called the Chocolate Sprinkle. I don't know if you can see in there a nice coloration. And this is ready. I can bring that home. Then over here I have cucumbers. They're not producing yet. I'm gonna have to fix them up. Oh, and over here it looks like my cucumber plant has really suffered. I'm gonna have to really pick through that. Here is another tomato plant. Has lots of fruit on it. Gonna do some pruning of some of these yellow guys. Oh, everything's wet and kind of rubbery. Over here I have jalapeno peppers. If you can see the size compared to my hand. This is ready. I'm gonna bring this on my camping trip. Over here we have some sweet peppers. This is ready too. You can see how big and gorgeous. Over here are some sweet pimentos. Some more jalapeno. And I have a lovely amount of basil. Here's all nice fresh basil. But the number one thing that I like to grow in my garden each year is my sage. Garden sage, pineapple sage, and also cinnamon basil, rosemary, and lavender. And the reason why these are so important for me is because I dry them myself, and I bundle them, and then I burn it as smudge. And I do make a little bit of money off of it, but mainly it's just for fun. And I'm excited to show you all of my beautiful sage. Here is a variegated sage plant. You can see the different colors on the leaves, and it needs to be weeded. There's some grasses in here. Here's a white sage. Here's another variegated one that is not doing so good. There's more weeds in it than sage at this point, but I'm gonna see what happens with it. Here's one of my mature sages. This one has come back for 3 years. So has that one over there. And I stepped on one of my basils. Here is a trumpet plant. it grows really big, and the hummingbirds like it. And I only have a little bit more battery. I just want to finish up showing you what's in my garden, but here is some cinnamon basil. I have a nice big row of cinnamon basil. I'll come to the end and show you. I actually just cut this back, but this is my rosemary. I cut a lot of it back, but more of it will grow. That's the thing about herbs. The more you pick them, the more prolific they grow, which is awesome. Here's one of my prized ones, because this is the pineapple basil. And I wish you could smell it, but when you pick it, you kind of get like these resins on your finger. And then this whole back row is all garden sage until you get back here. I have some lavender that I just cut back. And one of my favorites I'd like to show you is this purple variegated sage. I love it. Look how pretty that is. I'm really pleased with my garden this year. It's really a peaceful place to be. And I'm so blessed that I'm able to have this little piece of land. I mean, just look, I'll do a little, the gardens go on as far as you can see. Little plots where people spend their time. It's really, really beautiful, and I'm really blessed. And I'm just thankful that I have this place. And I really hope that you enjoy this video. A little bit of a different pace for me. I'm not teaching astrology or opening goddess provisions or doing makeup. I'm just showing you my garden, what I'm really into and what touches me. And I want to shout out once more to Roots and Refuge Farm, Jess and her husband Maya, for all you've taught me. And also shout out to Living Traditions. I just love watching your families, and I love learning from you. And I think I've become a better gardener from watching your videos. I'm going to tag you in this and shout you out and let you know it's my first garden tour. And maybe next year can have a better one. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Real quick, just wanted to show you these beautiful orange sweet tomatoes. And I don't use any chemicals. You can literally just eat these off the vine. They did suffer a little bit, but you know what? I still have fruit. It's still produced. Sorry, it's a lot of focus. But I just give them a squeeze. These are ready. I think I even got one there. I am home now, and I just wanted to show you my harvest. These are the chocolate sprinkle. These ones are the sweet orange. I got a decent amount of the jalapenos, and you didn't see this one. It's the size of my head. Hello. And then I also wanted to show you. In here is all basil that I will make my basil chimichurri with. It's very simple. I just put it in the blender with garlic and some avocado oil. And then here is some wild mint that grows in my garden. And the last thing I wanted to show you is how I dry my sage plants. Sorry, it got dark. Here's some light. Okay, so my most important thing that I do is, for me, and I've been doing it for about 5 or 6 years now, is I dry my own sage, I bundle it, and I burn it to purify the energy. And this is my little setup. It's very humble. So on top of my washer is all of the sage that I picked out of my garden today. And so you saw it in my garden. You see how I pick it. And then I hang it on these little hangers to dry. And it's just right in the laundry room. Over here I have some catnip for my cat. And then over here I'm trying some basil. But I learned a cooler way to do the basil, and I actually just put it in the oven on the lowest setting with the door cracked until it's crumbly, and I just dry it that way. It seems to be faster, but kind of just wanted to show you how I do this. It's kind of difficult one-handed, huh? So I take the sage, and what's nice is I can take a couple different kinds, and I do just like this. So the foam was filled and a little bit of time has passed. Oh, the dog hears me making a video and he thinks people are here. Here, I'll let him in. It's just me talking to myself. It's just me talking to myself. It's okay. It's just me. That's cute. So I really wanted to show you the last part of just how I get the sage and bundle it up. Okay. So on top of my washer, I have all of the sage and basils that I picked, and I kind of just group them together. I figured it's self-explanatory, but it's nice to see how it's done. I group them all up, kind of putting all the stems like this. And some of the properties of burning sage, it clears almost 99% of bacteria. And it also gets out bad juju. So if you buy something that's antique or a new crystal, or you're in a new house and there's some vibes, once this is dry, you burn it, and I'll make a video on that. I feel like that's a good video. So I just take one of these clampy hangers and put it over the bottom of it, and then I just hang it. And you know, the drying time varies, but I just hang them in my laundry room like that. And you can see there's ones in like different drying, and then when I'm done, you can see that box. I have a whole box filled with my dried ones, and I'll make another video of how I bundle them.